250s from the Wick 338, SMX World Championship and Pro Motocross. Haiden Deegan, a huge start in Moto 1.
Haiden Deegan did exactly what he wanted to do. A lot of talk about sand and not being able to ride sand. You could tell he was motivated coming in here, and he didn't prove us wrong. He actually proved us right. We knew he was good. He figured it out, and it was his teammate coming out from, being off. His new teammate, Max Anstey, had struggles in the first lap. Didn't even get to make a first lap. Got caught up with another rider and a bike DNF, so that was tough for Max. But the battle was on from like second to 40th.
I think so.
Guys were going tough break. Guys collide right here. Casey Cochran ends up getting into him, and
Dylan Schwartz.
Yeah, good to see Schwartz get up and finish that moto.
Yep.
And it was Tom Vial trying to do his best to catch Haiden Deegan, but he was on another level. Haiden had the flow. Tom did his best to get there, but couldn't catch him. And Shalik Swall, 30 minutes into the race, looks like he's frustrated because the bike blew up. Yeah, but he's frustrated he rode 30 minutes for nothing. And that was tough for him and the Triumph team. But it was Haiden Deegan getting another moto victory and kind of a statement win, just like his other ones. But this was a big statement to me.
Yes, because last year Southwick probably his worst track. He wanted to show everyone he can ride sand, and he did in that first moto. Moto 2, Levi Kitchen going to grab the whole shot here.
Yeah, this was off the first restart. Had those guys in front, and we thought, all right, now Hayden's in 4th place. You got Tom Vial, all the fast guys, and then we saw the red flag come out. Julian Romero went down and had to restart it, but Levi regrouped, got the whole shot again, so it was nice to see him back out here. Looked like he had it. He probably thought everything was going good. He heard that Yamaha come up next to him, and then here, Haiden Deegan tries to do his best impression of Bubba Scrub, Bubba save. Strong power move, probably woke him up a little bit. And you would think that the race would have been over just like it was at first moto once he got out front.
But Tom Vial then goes after Kitchen for second, does not want Deegan to get away from him.
No, Tom was a lot more aggressive in the earlier part of the race than he was that first moto. So he knew he wanted to go out there. Haiden got the jump on him, and this was the moment of the race. Haiden goes down here, Tom was closing in. Haiden just loses the front end, goes down. And then Tom runs off the racetrack, but is able to save the lead. Joe Shimoda and Haiden Deegan, Joe Shimoda and looked like Levi Kitchen moved up 2nd and 3rd.
So now Vial has the lead, and with the way he's been riding, and he won this race last year, you'd think this is over.
Yeah, we was thinking that Tom would be able to run away with it, but then Haiden Deegan, this is him making his way up to Levi for 3rd place. Looked like he got up, took a couple laps, and then he really started coming, and then it kind of stalled out, and then the race was on for the lead. Joe Shimoda stayed there within Tom Vial, and I guess Tom ended up getting caught up with a lapper, which allowed Joe to close in, and he saw Haiden Deegan right behind him, and Haiden wanted a piece of that action as well.
It's a battle down the stretch, so Shimoda takes the lead away from Vial. Deegan is right there. Last lap, Vial wants to lead back again, but then crashes.
Yeah, this was for the overall win, so Tom needed to get back around Joe to have that overall lead, so I think he was trying to go up the inside, but we've been talking about how slippery this track was all day, and it caught Tom out, but he lost the race when he got caught up with those lappers and not been able to get away.
So Joe Shimoda takes his first moto win of the year, but he only finished 9th in Moto 1 because he fell early. Deegan's 1-2, more than enough to win and prove he can get it done in the sand. Saying, what do you got to say now? And there's his dad, and he did it the same way he's doing it all year. The strength down the stretch, the endurance, it's unbelievable what he's doing.
Yep, his mindset he knows if he's within 10 seconds, those guys are going to be in trouble all race long, and they know it as well.
This is the overall results from today. Vial and Shimoda 2nd and 3rd behind Deegan. Hymas and Jordan Smith round out the top 5. Savachi, Kitchen, Masterpool, Pierce Brown, Casey Cochran round out the top 10 here in the sand of the Wick. So Deegan, this was the one track that I guess too many people said he might have a weakness on, because all that did was fire him up. Vial's going to start saying, stop saying things about Deegan, everybody.
I know, right? Yeah,
Bulletin board material.
Yeah, well, the championship shows you how strong a stranglehold Haiden does have, a 42-point lead. And to me, it seems bigger than that. Just mentally and how he's riding with purpose. And as I said earlier, the guy rides like he comes for nothing, and he's riding like he's behind in the point. Every point matters, and especially who it is. When it comes to Tom Vial and these guys, he doesn't want anybody to have a chance, and he's showing them every moto, and that's why he has that big lead.
So Deegan has won every overall but one, and you could argue that the one he didn't win at High Point was his best race of the year because he had big comebacks in both motos and ended up going 1-2. It's interesting, though, that bulletin board material. He heard everyone saying that last year this was his worst race. He put in the work. He came here 2 days last week to learn the track, and with his endurance and a track this rough, all came together.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did. You got to give credit to him to realize that, and you knew he was. I mean, I think Haiden understands in his mindset, if he came in here and won this race, it was going to be a big confidence, booster, one for him, but just for everyone else. I think they would kind of lose a little bit of hope, and I know Tom only lost 5 points today to Haiden, but I think for mindset and really feeling like you can go after this championship, now he's probably hoping that Haiden has a mistake and something happens to him, because it was a big blow to Tom. Yeah, and you listen to Haiden, he's probably like, I don't know why y'all even question me, but, I mean, look, this was your worst finish last year. You got 410, but you came back and dominated these guys, and to me, that's just impressive. You don't have to say anything. I mean, you wasn't as good. You came back, and you were the best one here today, so there ain't nothing else to say.
You know, in Monster Energy Supercross, I think this was the year 2 leap that everyone thought we'd get from Deegan. It was better. It wasn't this big of a jump. Remember, he did start the year hurt. This is the year 2 jump in motocross.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all these guys, they're just more familiar, but I want to say it's more about circumstance. I think the way things play out helps a lot of these guys, because we see guys get confidence. I mean, each race, lap by lap, you see what just happened with Chase Sexton. All these guys are so good that they get confidence, and all of a sudden they go 10 seconds faster than Jet Lawrence. So to me, that first moto the first race allowed Haiden to get going, and then he got rolling, and that's what you're looking at right now.
That's what they're all looking at. Let me give you the SMX combined point standings in a moment. SMX, that's our playoffs and World Championship finals fueled by Monster Energy. We'll race in Concord, North Carolina. That is ZMAX Dragway, part of the Charlotte Motor Speedway Complex on September 7th. Fort Worth, Texas, that is Texas Motor Speedway on September 14th. And then the finale at the Strip in Las Vegas, the Drag Strip, part of Las Vegas Motor Speedway, September 21st. So the combined points from both Monster Energy Supercross and Pro Motocross look like this. 34 points is the gap now between Deegan and Levi Kitchen. Tom Vial closing in from 3rd. Kitchen had the lead when this began. He had the most points of any of the active riders from Supercross, because RJ Hampshire, 250 West Supercross champ, has not raced Pro Motocross yet. He's out with a wrist injury. So now we go into Redbud. I don't know what obstacles are left for Haiden Deegan in the 250 class. I got to say, though, Vial kept it pretty positive on the podium, kept saying it was a good race for him, a good race. We had Shimoda get his first moto win of the year. He's starting to come on strong. So there's still signs, although I don't know if Deegan maybe believes there are for these other guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Tom needs to go out there like, I mean, he's got me. He's got me. Then Haiden to start worrying about somebody else. But right now, he's all focused in on Tom. And of course, I think Tom, he has the right mindset to be able to have this happen to him and still continue to fight, because he is like that on the podium, because he doesn't go up and down. He's not so emotional. He can feel like there's still hope. But Haiden right now, I mean, he's really taken these guys and put a stranglehold on this class, and he did it today, and he's been doing it all year long. So, man, if they don't do something next week and hope something else happens, we're going to be talking about, like, let's get into playoffs and see what happens then.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.